Okay, in this video, we'll see how to create, uh, how to fetch the data from the API. We'll be creating services. Then we'll be creating reusable components, and we'll also see how the routing works. So let's get started. And before doing anything, I would like to move this dashboard view into the views folder. Okay. So, and I will just rename it to dashboard view. So, dashboard view. So, why I'm doing this? Okay, so why I'm doing this is we are keeping the reusable components into the components directory, and then we are creating views for the dynamic component content. Okay, so this, and then I'm going to my router.index, so index.js file in the router directory, and here I'm going to change this. So I'm going to say import dashboard view from this views. Okay, and I'm going to use this over here. Okay, our dashboard view is used here. Okay, similarly, what next I have to do is I have to go to app view, and so I'll remove this since we do not want this. Uh, we'll remove this, and we'll see if we get any errors. Maybe we'll get, no, we are not getting any errors. So everything is working fine. Okay, now we'll create a service file. So let's create a service folder first. This will be for the API calls. That will be services. Okay, in the services folder, let's create a new file called as news service. So this will be news service.js. Okay. And I'm going to copy paste this code. This is my publisher ID. So you can go ahead and create your own using this newsdata.io. So I'll post all of the code in the description. So I'll give a link to the website where you can get all the code. And we have to install Axios. I think I have installed it, but if you have not installed it, you will have to go ahead and install. So I'll see if yes, my Axios is installed. You can see here. And if you want to install, you can use this command here, npm install Axios. Okay. So this will install Axios into your system. So once you do this, so we have a service that will be responsible for making the API calls. Next, I'm going to use composables so that our components are cleaner. And we do not have logic into a component like most of the logic. So I'm going to create a reusable composition. So if I say, so composables, to create composables, we go ahead here and create a new folder called as composables. Okay. And in this, let's create a new file called as use news.js, and let's paste this code here. So here you can see I'm importing the news service that we created, and then I'm using use news, and from this function this will get the latest news from the service. So here the API call will be done, and the news data will be stored into the news.value. So this is how we use the reference of Vue.js. Okay, and on mounted, this get news will be called. So we have created this file. Okay, and now we need to create a component for this. So I'll create a news listing view. So it will be in my views. Let's create another view now for listing of the news. It will be a new file, and the name of the file will be news listing view. Okay, and I'm going to copy paste the code. So this will have the latest news. So what is happening here is I'm importing used news. This is the reusable composables which I'm including, and then I'm setting it to the. Okay, you can see that I'm using this composables and the news data is getting loaded here. Okay, this is how you create the component cleaner and we use reusable components. Okay, now what we are going to do is let's save this data and and create a route for this file. That would be let's create a route that will be news. Okay, go to a router index.js file, and now here we'll have to create a lazy loaded route. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this code here, paste this. This will be news. Okay, and the route will be views, and the name of the view is news listing view. Okay, let's see if this loads. Okay, let's run this and see if this loads. Okay, the route is /news. And you can see my news is loading over here, so all the data is loading. Okay, so this is how you create the nested components and views. Okay, so this is the route which I gave, and the important thing to consider is since we are using header and footer, we put it into the main component file, like the components folder. Since we are reusing this, and these are our view files, hence we are putting them into this under views. So dashboard view will come here, news listing view will come here. So this is how it works, and we will follow this structure and build this project. So in the next video, we'll see we'll create new components and put paginations and so on. So if you have any comments, if you have any thoughts, put in the comments, and I will provide a link in a few days time, so you can download the code and work and make it run on your system. Thanks, guys.